Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I really hope you are doing well. On today's topic, we have tenses. I have seen a lot of students making mistakes when it comes to tenses. हमारी life में कहीं ना कहीं हमने tenses तो पढ़े ही है, but it is really important to brush these off before giving your IELTS exam, right? Tenses directly कभी पूछे नहीं जाते, but it being grammar, it is part of whenever you speak or whenever you write. So it is really important that you get this correctly. We have a series of 12 lectures, all on different aspects of tenses, and that will help you gain more insights on what tenses are and how we can use them. All right, so let us start. So first, we see that there are three types of tenses, namely past, present, and future. And all these tenses have four aspects each, namely simple, continuous, present, and perfect continuous. अगर देखें तो past में सब aspects are past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So on goes with present and future tense. All these 12 aspects will be covered in form of 12 lectures. Right, so first one we have over here is present simple. Present simple indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continues to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. कोई आदत होती है, कोई फैक्ट होता है, कोई चीज के बारे में कोई सच्ची जानकारी होती है, वो हमेशा प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस में ही फॉर्म की जाती है, राइट? दिस टेंस इज यूज्ड टू डिनोट हैबिट्स, रूटीन्स एंड फैक्ट्स, एज वी नो. इसका फॉर्मेशन रहता है सब्जेक्ट प्लस फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब. फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब मतलब प्रेजेंट फॉर्म. Here we can see that there are two main uses, as we mentioned, habits and routines, और दूसरा है facts, right? Examples दिए हैं for better understanding. First example says, I drink tea every evening. Now someone has the habit to drink tea every evening. तो अभी वो थोड़े टाइम से हैबिट होगी, शायद आज इवनिंग में भी चाय पियेंगे और कल भी यही चीज होगी, right? So we can see that drink is highlighted and that is your verb. So that is first form of verb. ये past tense में नहीं है, right? Next we can see Mahir goes to beach on Saturdays. He has this routine where he goes to beach on every Saturday, right? तो यहाँ पे goes है, again present tense में है. That is what V1. Children often play video games after school. Play is in present tense. Why? Because this is a fact, right? It's kind of a routine for children to play a video game after they come from their schools, right? So it is formed in present tense. Next comes facts. Mahir works as a doctor. एक fact है कि माहिर doctor की practice कर रहे हैं, right? So works is going to be in present tense. You draw very well. It's a fact. So draw is going to be in present. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This is a universal fact, universal truth. Water का boiling point है 100 degrees Celsius, right? So boils is going to be in present tense. Now there are three person when it comes to forming sentences. First person, second person, and third person. Let us see what this is. First person is the person speaking. Second person is the person spoken to. मतलब first person कोई बात कर रहे हैं और अगर वो बात कर रहे हैं किसी और से तो the person who is speaking, जो बात कर रहे हैं, he is the first person. जिनके साथ बात चल रही है, जो सुन रहे हैं, that is second person. And say for example, if two people are talking about something else, third person, a person who is probably not present in the room, that is third person, right? It is given over here. The third person is the person or thing spoken about. It could be living being or non-living thing as well. Now, first person, second person, and third person can be in both singular and plural. First person में singular or plural होते हैं. Second person may be singular, plural, and same goes for third person. Here, we can see that verb में change आता है जब हम specially third person singular use करते हैं. Third person singular मतलब a person or a thing which is being spoken about, and this slide is specifically for singular, right? Third person है कोई तीसरी व्यक्ति जिनके बारे में बात चल रही है, और वो है singular. Here we can see most verbs in English form third person singular by adding s to the base form. Say for example, sings, gives, requires. So it happens so कि कोई भी verb होता है उसके पीछे s लग जाता है. कब? जब third person singular होता है. Right? But sometimes instead of adding just s, we add es. So when does that happen? Here in the second line, we can see verbs ending with ch, s, sh, x or z. Such kind of words, उनके पीछे सिर्फ s नहीं लगता, es लग जाता है. Say for example, watch, miss, rush, mix, buzz. तो watch का क्या हो जाएगा? Watches, es लगता है. Right? She watches television every day. Right? तो she watch का watches हो जाएगा. Why? Because she is third person singular. Now, sometimes we add ies. That only happens when we use y. Right? कोई भी word होता है वो y से end होता है. Say for example, try, cry, fly. Right? यहाँ पे example दिया है try का. So whenever we form a sentence and it's in third person singular and the verb is ending with y, तो try का क्या हो जाएगा? Tries. And the spelling would be tries. Y निकल जाएगा और y की जगह पे I आ जाएगा. And then we will add es. Basically, ies is added instead of y. Right? So sometimes we have irregular verbs, right? कुछ verbs होते हैं regular होते हैं, कुछ verbs होते हैं irregular. That we will see in the following slides. All right, here we can see that different columns are given, right? जो first column है वो पूरा example का है and present and past is written over there. Second column we have first person singular. Third column is first person plural. Fourth column is second person singular and plural. English में singular और plural second person same रहता है. उसके बाद वाला column है third person singular and last column is third person plural. Right? Pay attention to that. Now the first example is to be form, right? और bracket में लिखा है irregular. तो हम ये irregular वाला example लेके sentence form करेंगे, so it would be really clear for you. First, it is from present, right? तो present वाला कोई example लेंगे. तो gray वाला जो box दिया है, I am, right? So say for example, let's form a sentence. I am irregular, right? I am probably irregular at something. मैं खुद की बात कर रही हूँ. I am first person singular. Now when we turn that into plural, अभी मैं बात कर रही हूँ, but I am talking on behalf of many people, right? So we are irregular. I से हो जाएगा we, am से हो जाएगा are. When we talk about second person now, किसी और के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, right? So you are irregular. ये हम singular में भी use कर सकते हैं और plural में भी use कर सकते हैं. We can see that are is staying constant when it comes to first person plural or second person singular plural. सबसे ज्यादा changes होते हैं third person singular में. You can see that in the red boxes changes are shown. In other examples, green stays constant, blue stays constant. Why? Because वो सारे अलग verb form है. पर change कहाँ पे हो रहा है? Third person singular. Alright, so we can see she is irregular, third person singular, right? और अगर plural में बोले तो they are irregular. इससे वापस are हो गया पहले के जैसे. Past में same रहता है. I was irregular, right? We were irregular. You were irregular. She was irregular, and they were irregular. Next example है to go, right? To go somewhere, let us say to go to school, right? तो अगर उसको present tense first person singular में करें तो I go to school every day, right? I go to school every day. तो go का go ही रहेगा. Why? Because it is first person singular. ये एक fact है. So your verb is going to be in first form of verb. When we convert it into plural, we go to school every day. Again, go का go ही रह रहा है भले singular से plural हो रहा है. In second person, you go to school every day. Again, go is not changing. But when it comes to third person singular, go का हो जाएगा goes. Es लग रहा है यहाँ पे. She goes to school every day. He goes to school every day. Right? Why is it changing? Why? Because it is third person singular. और अगर थर्ड पर्सन प्लूरल में वापस जा रहा है तो वो गो से गो हो जाएगा. दे गो टू स्कूल एवरी डे. नाउ दिस हैपेंस इन ओनली प्रेजेंट. ये सिर्फ प्रेजेंट में हो रहा है. अगर पास्ट में ले तो आप देख सकते हैं कि पूरी जो रो है वो ब्लू है. आई वेंट टू स्कूल एवरी डे, वी वेंट टू स्कूल एवरी डे, you went to school every day, she went to school every day, and they went to school every day. Goes on for all the respective examples. आप देख सकते हैं कि रेड वाला बॉक्स है थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर, दैट टू इन प्रेजेंट टेंस. वहीं पे चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, बाकी कहीं पे चेंजेस नहीं है. आई होप दैट इज क्लियर. नेक्स्ट, अभी हम सिंपल प्रेजेंट पढ़ तो रहे, पर उसका यूज कहाँ पे है हमारे IELTS टेस्ट में? Mostly, you would use this in part 1 of speaking test as you introduce yourself and talk about your life. You would also use it in part 2 and 3 as you introduce people or talk about other topics. Generally, introduction karte hain hum khud ka, that I am studying currently, right? I study currently. So over there we use first over there we use simple present, but in part 1 you would use this most of the time. Example ले रहे हैं, I live in Ahmedabad in Gujarat. अभी ये एक fact है, right? तो live है वो present tense, live है वो हमारा first form of verb ही रहेगा, right? It is a nice city and very convenient. The weather is very warm here. My family is from Rajkot, but my father is an Italian. यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं, it is all fact about the person's family. तो ये रहेगा हमारा first form of verb. It is always going to be in simple present. I go to school here and my best subjects are maths and history. During lunch break, I play football with my friends. To play, again, it is simple present, first form of verb, right? After school, I go home. Go, simple present, first form of verb. I go home, eat dinner with my family, and do my homework. I go to bed at around 9:30 p.m. At the weekend, I visit my friend and we hang out together. यहाँ पे visit, again it is first form of verb. Now this is your activity. आप अपना जो video है वो pause कर सकते हैं for a while and then you can solve this. In next clip, we have the answers वो मैं अभी change कर रही हूँ, but I will just solve one example for you and then you can follow up and finish all the other questions. So first one is winter dash after autumn और blank में दिया है come. Right, here we are supposed to fill the blanks with simple present tense. हमें जो verb दिया हुआ है वो simple present में होना चाहिए, right? So winter in itself is third person, right? हम winter से बात नहीं कर रहे, we are talking about winter, so that is third person. And winter is singular, तो come का क्या हो जाएगा? Comes. Winter comes after autumn. So hence you can now pause the video, solve all the rest 9 questions, and then you can check the answers. So I'm changing the slide. You can check your answer. A dog barks, right? A dog is third person singular, तो bark का हो जाएगा barks. Right. So that is the end of simple present tense. In the next series, in the next video, we will see present continuous tense. Thank you.